Woof woof, and thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Barking News in association with the Maddogg News Network, the only place where the news is so old that it somehow becomes relevant again. In this week's top story, art from the Immortal Hulk sparks outrage. A panel in the recent 43rd issue of the Al Ewing series has been accused of being anti-Semitic as the word jewellery has instead been replaced with the word Jewery. The shop, which was supposed to be named in honour of horror movie director David Cronenberg, has also been spelt incorrectly. When speaking to Bleeding Cool about the matter, artist Joe Bennett said that the two incorrect spellings were an honest mistake, as due to the composition of the panel meant that it had to be spelled backwards. As a result, Marvel has gone on record to say that they would be reprinting both the regular and variant covers with the wording removed. Any outlets that have the original printing can exchange this for the newer editions. But since the news of the recall was announced in typical fashion, the original printing has seen a steep increase on its original cover price on eBay. However, some of our viewers may remember that this isn't the first time that an occurrence like this has happened, as back in 2017, similar anti-Christian and anti-Semitic messages were found in the art of X-Men Gold issue number 1. However, unlike this situation, the X-Men artist made it clear that the messages weren't a mistake. In MCU news, behind-the-scenes photos from Thor Love and Thunder suggest that Chris Hemsworth could adopt the Thunderstrike persona. In the comics, the look was introduced in the 90s after Thor was banished from Asgard for killing Loki. But whether or not the storyline behind the Eric Masterson alter ego will also be incorporated into the latest Thor movie has yet to be confirmed. This comes after rumours that James Gunn was involved in the project have mostly been quashed. Responding to fans on Twitter, Gunn stated that he didn't have much involvement with the script, but he has read it. This came alongside him receiving feedback from Waititi on his own script for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. For anyone who's managed to keep track so far, get ready to add William Dafoe to the list of actors who's reportedly being seen on the set of Spider-Man 3. Wait, whose home is this? With no official title as of yet, which has caused me to make one up on the spot, Holland has also been quoted as saying that the third film in the trilogy will be the most ambitious standalone superhero film of all time. But whether or not it has the potential to topple Shaq's Steel movie from the 90s will have to be seen when it's released. The news of Dafoe comes after reports that Doc Ock actor Alfred Molina, Electro's Jamie Foxx, and the two previous Spider-Men, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, are also set to feature in the movie. With such a robust cast already, it's no surprise that our own Weatherman, the agitated puppy, was asked to reprise his Spider-Man 2 role as the other kid on the train who handed Spider-Man his mask back. Unfortunately though, he failed to appear on set for his day of filming, as he was, and I quote, too busy trying to figure out what the inside of his own nose smelled like. The official synopsis for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad was released this week, with new details from the plot being revealed. In a similar premise to the 2016 movie, Amanda Waller assembles Task Force X from a collection of the worst supervillains that are housed in the Belle Reve prison. The team, which is comprised of Idris Elba's Bloodsport, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, John Cena's Peacemaker alongside others, are then sent on a search and destroy mission in the enemy-infested island of Corto Maltese. Joel Kinnaman and Viola Davis will also reprise their roles as Rick Flag and Amanda Waller respectively. The movie is scheduled to release on both HBO Max and in theatres on August 6th of this year. In this week's Snyder Cut news, the movie has officially received an R rating. After previous speculation from Snyder himself, he predicted that the movie would get the rating because, and I quote, there's one scene where Batman drops an F-bomb. Cyborg is not too happy with what's going on with his life before he meets the Justice League, and he tends to speak his mind. And I'm sure that that was something that Ray Fisher had trouble acting out, so it's no surprise that it received an R rating for violence and some language. With just over a month until release, there isn't long that we have to wait until we see if Batman saying F was the reason why the 2017 movie wasn't well received in the first place. Snyder also released a tease of his version of Jared Leto's Joker. Although the tattoos remain, the blurred face seems to be more reminiscent of Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of the Joker rather than Jared Leto's own in the 2016 Suicide Squad. Given that so much of that performance was left out, hopefully this will give Leto a chance to fully flesh out the character. No news yet on if Ben Affleck or any other members of cast received dead mice so that he could get into character again. It's at this point in the video that I'd like to ask you that if you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure you get your paws all over that subscribe button so that you can become a part of the Dog Pound, and make sure you click that bell notification so that you never miss a video. Maddogg Comics is planning to upload both a review of Garth Ennis's Punisher this week, and also the first episode in a new series called Missing the Issue. The spotlight for this premiere episode will be on the JLA Omnibus by Grant Morrison. As well, make sure that you check out our social media links down below so that you can keep in touch with the news, and follow us on our Reddit page r/Maddogg Comic community. As well, if you'd like to support the channel because it is greatly appreciated animated and it helps us to keep the lights on, please consider using one of our Amazon affiliate links down below. As well, the Maddogg News Network is for everyone, so make sure that you share this wherever you can. But for now, let's jump back into the news. With just over a month until Falcon and the Winter Soldier debuts on Disney+, Don Cheadle has confirmed that he will appear in the series. Speaking to Bro Bible, he let it slip that he will feature in the show, but the capacity in which this will be is uncertain, and whether or not this will connect to Cheadle's own upcoming show Armor Wars has yet to be seen. After the previous news that Green Arrow and the Canaries wouldn't be returning, the CW has now confirmed that The Flash, Batwoman, and Superman and Lois have all been renewed. This means that the first two shows will receive additional seasons that will carry them until May of 2022, and the Superman title has received 2 additional episodes for its premiere season. Scott Snyder, who is of no relation to Zack, revealed this week that DC originally asked him to kill off the Joker before the Death of the Family storyline was introduced into the New 52. When speaking with CBR, Snyder was quoted as saying, "DC wanted us to kill him or lobotomize him, and Tony and I came up with the idea of taking his face off." It's interesting to hear, considering how DC exercised quite a lot of control over the creative decisions that took place over the course of the New 52. Viewers may remember that no character was allowed to be married, which caused complications for Batwoman and Aquaman on separate occasions. Snyder didn't provide any further detail on how he managed to win over the comics company, but considering that Death of the Family went into print, it must have been something that was hard to turn down. Justice Society World War II, which is the newest release as part of the DC animated universe, received its first trailer this week. After just 2 days since it was re-uploaded to IGN, it has already received over 1 million views. The movie, which will feature Wonder Woman, Black Canary, Hawkman alongside 2 versions of The Flash, has also been given an April 27th release date. And those are the main news stories for this week, so for now, it's time that I pass you over to our weatherman, who's got the forecast of all the single issues and the collected editions that should be on your radar for this week.
Woof woof, yes that's right, it's me, the agitated puppy, and we are back for another week of the single issues and the collected editions that I think are going to be hot titles that you should have on your radar. We're just going to whiz through these. These are the books that are coming out on the 10th of February this year. So starting it off, we've got DC Comics. They are in week 6 of the Future State event. And if you're wondering which titles you need to pick up to make sure that you stay on top of this event, you need to get Dark Detective issue 3, and you've got second issues of Justice League, Teen Titans, Robin Eternal, Green Lantern, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Kara Zor-El Superwoman. The only other DC title that I think might need to be on your radar, it's not too hot, but it's Tom King's Rorschach issue number 5. For any of you fans of the Black Label title, we've got American Vampire 1976 issue 5, and we've also got Sweet Tooth the Return issue 4. There isn't too many collected editions that are coming out, let alone ones that I think are going to be massively appealing to most of you, but you've got Aquaman trade paperback volume 4, you've got Batman hardcover number 2 Joker War, and you've also got a trade paperback from the Kyle Rayner era of Green Lantern in Circle of Fire. Moving it over to Marvel now, for any of you that are following the King in Black event, the only 2 books that you need to pick up are Thunderbolts issue number 2 and Black Panther issue number 1. However, there's still quite a lot of other books that are being released from Marvel, so you've got Amazing Spider-Man issue 59, you've got Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil issue 27, you've got Dan Slott's Fantastic Four issue 29, you've got Sword, and yes, I'm going to pronounce that correctly, Sword issue number 3, you've got Eternals issue 2, and you've got Wolverine Black, White and Blood issue number 3. You've also got the 10th issue of Greg Pak's Darth Vader series, and you've also got a brand new issue number 1 of Morbius Bond of Blood that's written by Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio's writing comics. Is there anything that guy can't do? I love Ralph Macchio. What? There's 2 Ralph Macchios on the planet. No, that can't be right. It says Ralph Macchio, so it has to be Ralph.
Look, there's 2 different Ralph Macchios. What are you not understanding about this?
But what are the chances that there's 2 people that are called Ralph Macchio?
Let it go. It's kind of like how you're not the only moron on this planet.
Oh, okay, well we're going to be like that again. Well anyway, moving on to the collected editions from Marvel, there isn't too many that are coming out, let alone that I think should be on your radar. You've got Captain America by Coates Volume 4, this is a trade paperback, and you've got 2 epic collections that are coming out, so you've got Morbius the Living Vampire Volume 1, and you've also got the reprint of X Factor, Genesis and Apocalypse. Moving on to Image Comics now, they've got quite a few big hitters that are coming out, so you've got Scott Snyder's Undiscovered Country issue 12, you've also got got the final issue of Rick Remender's Low with number 26, and you've got Radiant Black issue 1 from Kyle Higgins of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Boom series. In terms of collected editions from Image, we've got Lost Soldiers trade paperback, and we've got A Man Among Ye Volume 1. From Dark Horse, a few books from here, you've got Black Hammer Visions issue 1, you've got True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys National Anthem issue number 5, which is from Gerard Way of the Umbrella Academy, and you've got Norse Mythology issue 5 by Neil Gaiman. The last couple of books that I think you need to be aware of, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 114, Mighty Morphin issue 4, Sonic the Hedgehog issue 37 from IDW, and you've got Transformers Escape issue 2. And with all these nostalgia comics coming out, the only thing that's really missing is some kind of like VR Trooper comic. Maybe they should get Maddogg Comics to write it. I don't know, maybe that's just crazy talk. We've also got the second issue of Space. Okay, so we've got the second issue of Space Children Born Out of Wedlock. In terms of collected editions, there's quite a few big hitters, so straight away you've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the IDW Collection Volume 12, you've also got the 12th volume of the Transformers IDW Collection Phase 2, and you've got the 14th volume of the trade paperback of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series from Boom Studios. As well, I'm not really sure why this is on the list, but there is an ungodly number of My Little Pony trade paperbacks being reprinted this week. Maybe that's for you. If it is, please don't let us know in the comments. But those are all the books that I think you might be interested in. You can see the full list somewhere online. I apologise if this seems a little bit rushed, but we hope to see you all next week, and remember, woof woof! And with that, it's a wrap on this week's episode of Barking News, and from everybody here at the Maddogg News Network, we'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Unfortunately, due to audio issues and the fact that I've got an absolutely inconsiderate for a neighbour, this did have to be filmed twice, so I apologise if it seems a little bit rushed. But if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, why did you get this far? Remember to subscribe if you're new here, and get your paws all over that bell notification so that you never miss a video. Check out our social media links in the description, and feel free to share this video wherever you can. Here are some other videos that you may wish to check out, but from everybody here at the Maddogg News Network, we'd like to ask you to stay safe, stay reading the best books that you can find, and stay mad all you dogs. Woof woof!